Hello binary option traders, hello forex traders, crypto traders and everybody else trading on IQ option or any other broker, and we would like to help you with our general guides trading chart patterns number 6. So take care, have a good time, enjoy, and let's focus on consolidation zones today. So what are consolidation zones and how they are formed, how we can take advantage, is going to be the material and questions asked in this video. So let's continue and let's pay attention. What is a consolidation zone? It's a zone that's let's say sideways on a chart. If we take a look at this example, and it always is formed after a very significant or rather strong uptrend, or could be obviously formed after a downtrend. But in this specific illustration, in this specific example, I would like to talk about zone that's formed after uptrend. The logic behind forming trading zones, these sideways channels or consolidation zones, is that there is a strong player in the market that either wants to speculate or open or close very large significant positions. So let's say a hedge fund that runs 100 million investment wants to or would like to open a very large position. These individual traders, or let's say retail traders, or even companies that have a willingness to push the price for the upside, struggle to beat this strong guy. So it is a battlefield, it is a zone where a future price movement is decided, and that's why this consolidation zone is formed. And this could be a very good potential for us as binary option traders or even forex traders to take advantage of this occurrence, and I will tell you how it's done in a minute. So once you spot a trend peaking and reaching its peak, also bouncing again into downtrend or forming a pullback, then going back to the same heights or same level and knocking on the door, as to speak metaphorically, and being rejected again. So this is another rejection of the price from this level. So it failed to punch through this level for the second time, and I would take it as a confirmation. And as you can see, it also happens when the price pulls back down again and tries to punch through this zone for the third time, fourth time, fifth time, sixth, seventh, eighth, and so on. This is a very ideal or idealistic example. It may not always happen, but as you can see, a pretty significant outcome can be drawn and can be implied from trading this zone. So I would advise you to trade at least 2 or 3 trades in these zones, and with very decent chance of succeeding. Again, this is not guaranteed, but I always am very pleasantly surprised from trading these well-formed consolidation zones. You can also focus on the lower part of the bottom of the zone. You can draw horizontal support lines, and should you spot a nice pattern forming on the bottom side, you can start entering trades on the bottom part as well, on the bottom side of the consolidation zone as well. When it comes to expiry time, I would recommend anywhere between 2 and 2.5 candles. So when we take a look at M5 candles in this specific example, I would open trade anywhere between 10 and 13 minutes. So typically I'm using M2 candles. That's why I would stick to 4 minutes or 5 minutes trades for short-term trading. You can also we can see these parking signs, so I refer to this zone as the chart is parked sideways in a parallel parking spot, and it's taking its decision. It's not going anywhere. It's deciding. It's being the price, future price movement is being decided in this zone, and it takes usually a while. And we can say in general, not always the truth, but in general, let's say 70-80% of the time, the stronger and longer the uptrend or downtrend has been, the more valid or stronger this or longer this consolidation zone is, so it is more reliable. It's tough to talk about reliable patterns in general when it comes to trading, as nothing is guaranteed, but when you want to imply some characteristics from a pattern, this would be it. This would be your case to focus on creating favorable outcomes in such a zone. So that's the first example of an uptrend failing to punch through for the first time, second time creating a confirmation, pulling back down, bouncing again, pulling back, bouncing again, pulling back, and so on and so on and so on. So it's up to your choice, up to your preference to choose any of these points as entries, as entry points. And I would repeat, I would take a couple of trades for the downside. The upper side is always safer, but you might find it good as well to enter trades from the bottom, from these resistant lines. It depends whether they are formed nicely or not, because some consolidation zones can only have this nicely formed ceiling, but it may fake out, or it might break a couple of times below these resistant lines. So that's up to you to make your own observation and take your own decision when it comes to opening trades at the bottom part of the consolidation zone. When we talk about, we still are speaking about uptrend. Obviously this is inverted, it's a mirror image in a downtrend. This example shows exactly the same situation and exactly the same zone. It's only zoomed in, so you can see the end of the strong uptrend bouncing again from this zone that I draw. And I would like to stress this again, that zones are not one individual line. So resistant points or resistant lines, resistant zones are best to be viewed as zones. So it's good idea to draw a couple of lines on this first bounce and then second confirmation. So it's good to draw a couple of lines, the first one on the candle body of the candle and the second one on the long wick. These are called wicks, the long projections from candles, and price only stays there very briefly. So yeah, this is how I would draw this top resistance, and same goes for the bottom part as well. So this is a zoomed in picture, and you can see nicely in detail how many trades can be traded in this potentially nicely formed consolidation zone. I have already mentioned and covered that usually in general the stronger or longer the preceding trend is, the more valid and strong the consolidation zone may be. I would say 70-80% of the time that's true. You can let me know about your judgment and about your findings and what you think about the consolidation zones, whether they are favorite patterns for you, what your experience is, and what kind of advice maybe you can provide to us and to other traders as well. So you are welcome to contribute and give us a like, give us a follow, and we will see you in next video when we talk about another trading patterns, and we can also do more live trading videos. Okay, so this is binary price with part number 6 and consolidation zones. Happy trading.